What is going on, everyone? Nick here, and welcome back to some Spellcaster University, where I apologize for yesterday. I thought I recorded 3 episodes because I had pre-recorded on Thursday. Normally I don't do that, but Friday I was finally able to have the first kind of not post-COVID because COVID's not over, but the first Warhammer date with the boys. So, yeah, I recorded on Thursday, and I was like, oh, I recorded enough for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that turned out not to be true. And then I worked 22 hours on Saturday straight, and then called in sick Sunday because I felt awful. So, yeah, I had no chance to record during the week, or during the weekend. So, yeah, apologies about that. But we're back. We are back. We're back, and we got a lot of stuff going on. Well, not really. Now that I think about it, we're just fighting back evil. We have a bunch of duplicates. I remember that. Okay. God, when I record, kind of sporadically, I guess on the weekends, I come back and I'm just like, I have no recollection of what I was doing. So that one's 9, that one's 7. Let's continue trying to fix this by doing this. And then we might be able to just build below at some point. I guess we just upgrade some of these now. Upgrade that one, because that one's going to get completely encased, and so it makes no sense to upgrade it. Or it makes no sense that the, what was it, guinea pigs? I was like, the gerbils? No, that's not right. But, yeah. We'll try to fix that corner, potentially, maybe. But yeah. I'm excited to be back. It's a very long weekend. The hardest part about working for a company that's like, super, like, there's thousands of employees, is you just get those motherfuckers who will like go to like incredibly jacked up lengths to like try to move themselves like forward. And I had to deal with one of those guys all weekend. And I was ready to smack him. He was such a douchebag, but also just like, you could tell he was doing that thing where, oh, it's a huge company, and like, it's very, you can get a very good living wage very quick. And so it's like, once you get to that point, then it just becomes this absolute dog pile at the top of like everyone trying to get that like next step up. Because getting to the point where you're getting paid really well isn't that difficult, which is why I like working there. But it's like, once you hit that point, that's where like the absolute like scummy people come in and like try to like throw you under the bus, or they'll jump through every hoop they possibly can to not have something, like, to not be not the fall guy, but to like make sure like their hands are clean if stuff goes wrong. And oh, that shit is so annoying. Like, especially when things are like important and need to be done quick. To have somebody like that who's just like, oh yeah, I'm very clearly only in this for myself, and which you always should be. I'm a big proponent of at the end of the day, the company you work for most likely doesn't give a shit about you. But at some point you have to be able to look at your own work and be proud of that. And I feel like, the people who are just trying to teeth and claw their way to the fucking top are not going to be that, are not going to have that. And it could be right. And everybody has a reason. Like, maybe, he desperately needs the money, so he's, fighting for it. And like that I would respect. But it's just like, this guy is such a fucking tool. And like, you can tell, like, he has a like decently high ranking position. He's by far nowhere near the top, but he's, he makes more money than I do. We'll just leave it there. But he is just like, he wanted, I spent the entire weekend with him, just him trying to get out of taking responsibility for what his workers were fucking doing. And it was just like, I'm not going to put my people at risk if it's not their thing. Like he was trying to basically make it so that I had to, my crew had to take blame for what was happening. And it was just like, I spent half my time, half of 22 hours just playing, like, placating, because that's the game you play when you work in a big company where it's like you can't just cuss them out. It doesn't work that way. But also just being like, okay, I'm absolutely not giving you what you want, so let's like try to find a middle ground. And he was just like trying not to budge, and it was just like fucking ugh. And then I was just like, I woke up, I quote unquote woke up. I don't even actually know if I slept or not. I just kind of blinked and it was like an hour later when I finally got home. And I was supposed to, I got off work at like 12 p.m. Sunday, and I started work at 2 Saturday. And so and then I was supposed to go back by 4 on Sunday. And I was just like, so I went home, took my shower, you know, sat on the couch, and then I blinked and it was an hour later. And I was like, oh God, I'm supposed to be leaving for work right now. And I'm so tired that I'm getting like foggy vision. So I was just like, fuck going in. You know, we'll take an observatory. We had the space to put it somewhere. There you go. We can see if a bunch of people get trapped again or that was fixed. But yeah, so I'm bringing in some partly sick, exhausted energy today. So hope you guys are ready for that. Fuck it, sure. We can still build below it, so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, that was my weekend. I'm getting real over working weekends. The people who don't work weekends don't understand a lot of the time. Like, obviously everybody, the second you say you work weekends, they're like, oh, that sucks. But also just like getting full-time hours in 2 days sounds sick. And it's sick when you're, you know, 25 and under. But once you hit a certain point, you're just like, I'm so tired. I just want to go home. Give me 5 days a week. I don't care anymore. And I'm very much at that point. I'm slowly making the transition to not have to work weekends anymore. Cause that shit is too much. It's too much. And I'm tired. I'm just so tired. But that's why I do this. Because this is my moment of zen. This is my preferred method of relaxing. Not a big like alcohol. I'm not an alcohol person at all. And I'm also not like a smoker either. So I'm just like, you know what? Just give me some good games. And then eventually that turned into let me record those games so that it doesn't feel as like, not necessarily lonely, because I'm not someone who particularly gets lonely. I'm generally good at maintaining myself, like by myself, but it gives me that like, I don't know, like reason to game almost, which sounds like dumb as hell, but like it's just like one of those things where like now, like, you know, I play Final Fantasy 14 with my wife. That's like our thing, and so it's like that's super fun. I have completely forgotten what the hell I'm doing with students. Okay, 5 and 3. 5, 3's going either, and 7's go here. Okay, we got it. I'm back. I haven't been gone for super long. There we go. But yeah, like you know, Final Fantasy I have with my wife. You know, I have Warhammer games with the boys. And then like if I'm just gonna play a single player game though, it's like, okay, I could be doing something else. Or like, let me justify this because it's like I feel like unproductive. Like, oh, I could be cleaning the house. I could be doing a more fruitful hobby. Not fruitful. That's the wrong way to put that. Doing a more like, you know, something that I could make money with, like have a side hustle or something like that. But I'm just like, I don't want to work, but I also want to feel like I'm productive in a sense. And so YouTube and stuff gives me that. It's like the nice, like perfect. Oh, if we can finally get this, 'cause we have a stupid observatory. Okay. But yeah, I don't know when that started. I used to be able to just game for like hours and hours by myself. I always, like, all my favorite games are single player. But that like went away as I got older. I don't know why. It's sad. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like jumping on here. First, I wanted to vent how I had to deal with the tool for 20 hours, but also just, you know, just felt like talking non-business. Cause like Sunday I was sick, and then so I was like, you know, wife, you know, she was like, oh, y'all stay home. I was like, no. Go do what your weekend plans were. It's like, I'm going to lay on the couch and watch stream clips, because that's just what I watch now instead of TV. And I'm gonna potato. So go have your fun. A plane shifter. Have we gotten this before? I don't know. That's cool. We'll take plane shifter, I guess. Cultist, we got Archmage. We're gonna get a ton of Archmages. The thing I am kind of worried about is that we're not getting thaumaturges as... Although these are a lot of the 5 students. So that's not too bad. Like, I think this student right here is a 3-year, which the fact that they got Elemental Summoner in 3 years is great. Paladin's kind of shit, but that's fine. Werewolf. Alright. So now that that's done, we can go in. Let's see. I forgot we gotta do this part. Oh, fuck. Let's see. So how are these students looking? Because they came in here just to get nature. Still don't have druidism for that one. This one, was that the student? No, that is the student. Why don't they have druidism? I think we just have too many options. I think we've gone... I think this is how now made it. All these students are so far ahead. There's only a couple students who actually have a shot at Thaumaturge, which is annoying. But I guess that makes sense, because I guess if you could stack Thaumaturge super easy, it would make everything irrelevant towards the end. Let's see. Yeah, like, see, this student didn't get any Beast Mastery. Fucking Venmo's been blowing up my email lately. I don't know why. I rarely use Venmo. And they just sent me so much fucking garbage mail. Let's see. I mean, we're in such a weird spot now. It's like they're just not getting what I need them to get. Cause it's like I think like the way to do it. I almost feel like the way to do, cause like I wish there was a way where you could control pathing. Like there's something you could do. I mean, you can kind of, where like you put essential amenities for students near the classrooms you want them to be in. So you can kind of do it, but I wish there's a way to make them focus on like a specific things within the subject. But then again, that would make it easy to farm certain things. So I get why it's not in there. It's just frustrating when trying to go for something like Thaumaturge, where it's like you literally have no control over if the students even are going to have the chance. Like this student, like we just got to hope she goes into potions. I wish they had... I mean, they might... I know you had to unlock a couple. So I'll have to work on that. But there's certain ones that are like Beast Magic is such a pain in the ass to get. Potions, huge pain in the ass to get. Enchantment, huge pain in the ass to get. Like the ones that just don't have an item associated with them are just such a pain, because you can't manipulate it. You know what I mean? Like with this, I can get somebody druidism very easily. And it's just, you know, I think having a big school is bad. Like this is it lags the game. I don't know if you guys can tell. Um, but yeah, I think it gives them too many options, and it's scattering the students very weirdly. They're not even going up there, so I think that area doesn't matter. But yeah, I think having a much more condensed school might work, and then maybe I guess what you could do is hyper specialize it so you have a lot less students, but then you have, all the really good classes, the pathing's done correctly, where the students are going to go all makes sense. Like, I'd like to do that, but that's also difficult to do because the start is so important. Although I guess what you could do, see, because what you could do, and what I've thought about, let me get rid of these fucking golems first, is when you start a thing, you do columns of two wide columns of that magic. Like, all that magic is in the same spot. And so you can kind of keep students focused in their area instead of wandering off and doing a bunch of bullshit then going to bed. I think that might be the thing. I also saw an interesting comment that was like building a single tower up and then cascading your classes down so that they have to go up into the thing. But I could see that being not efficient either. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm very not happy with this university in particular. A, it's ugly as sin, but also I think less is more in this game. Yes, you run out of space to place stuff, but I'm also not having a classroom with one student. You know what I mean? When we have 100 students or whatever we have. So, we'll figure it out. I mean, I'm not gonna stop farming this university. Because I think that, we still get obvious benefits out of this. Let's just put this in here. That guy's working hard. He can get some negative stuff or some positive stuff. There, right there. Yeah. Yeah, because how are the students even gonna get over here? I just feel like that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work at all. We went infirmary. Get out of here. Get out of here. But yeah. Also, I can't remember. I know I talked about it in a past episode. Can we just start another one of these? Let's do it. About my indecision about Warhammer stuff. And I had someone DM me asking what army I picked for Age of Sigmar. So if anybody follows that kind of thing, which by the way, that will be a recurring topic on any of my series when I just kind of, specifically this series, because I find a lot of spots to go on tangents like I am now, which I'm tangenting from my tangent. But yeah, Warhammer, I love that shit. And for those who ask, I think I forgot to respond to the actual DM because I was out of it yesterday. I went eating at Deepkin, so I have a bunch of fucked up elves who ride eels into battle, and then you have a shark with a harpoon on its head, which is just beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a good time. Although, God, I assembled. We basically, me and some friends from high school all get together and do Warhammer, Magic the Gathering, stuff like that. All nerd shit. Not a drinker, not a partier, really. And so that's my let loose for the weekend kind of thing. But we just built stuff for a while. Because we all picked up Age of Sigmar armies. And man, building little miniatures is such a pain in the ass, and I forgot that. And I also forgot how easy it is to super glue your fingers together. And maybe that's not a, I know not everybody does that. I know some people are smart and don't super glue their same fingers together, but I'm not that man. I definitely had some moments where I super glued my fucking fingers together, and I was just like, well, I'm an idiot, and that's just, you know, that's okay. It's part of the fun, I think. Oh, we did never change any of the classes. I don't know. It's hard to. Let me see. We'll go through them right now. We'll go through them right now and see, like, it's like this student, right? Arcany. What am I? What am I saying? All right, we'll send you in there. Anyone like the thing is like I had to wait until they have at least one in all of the fields I need them to have. Like this student's close, but not yet. This student does have it, so we can put them in here. They're actually very close to having it in general, but we'll put you in there. This student, wait, this student can go. This student can also go. Like, I feel like it's easier for them to get. That student, not quite. You're close, but not yet. You got some more time to bake in the oven, sir. You're 1 of 10 and already have 5 elementalism, 5 herbalism. What the hell? What an absolute stud. Let's see. Take nerd girl, throw her in here. Be gone. Nope. You can go. Let's see. You can go. Okay, so maybe this isn't as difficult. Yeah, the elves be learning real quick. They be wilding out. Also, the music's going just hard right now. My entire... So I've never been a music person. It's just never been something I've given, like, any shit about. Like, you know, the music I liked in, like, you know, when I was young. Like, I liked, you know, classic white boy music, basically. And then that transitioned into... I'm from the Bay Area, so, you know, we have great rap. So I'm going to listen to it. But it's just like... Then my entire music taste just transitioned into like EDM essentially, and it's just like I think what it really is, I just don't give a shit about music, and except I have found that Final Fantasy, this game, and then what is it called? Oh my god, there's a game I played recently that had banger music, and I can't think of the name. But anyway, game music is like super important to me now. Like, as I'm not like, oh, it's like the end all be all. Why are all these students bad? It's not the end all be all, but it's just one of those things where it's like a game with good music can win me over. Like, if it has good music, I can forgive a lot of things. And, you know, maybe that's just, you know, me coming around on my eventual learned appreciation of music. But, yeah, like... boss themes and wait, what was happening? You go in there. Where's that student I literally just saw? This one, right? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, okay. But yeah, like boss themes and, you know, just hyped as shit music in general is just like so good. It's so good. And it's now made me appreciate music more, which is nice, which is very nice. Cause like I never turn on the radio or anything like that. Like I'm very much like the second I get in the car, an audiobook's being put on. Like that's always been my style, and or like a podcast or something like that. I'm never like, oh yeah, I want to listen to, you know, the top 50 songs of this month on the radio 500 times, because they just play the same songs over and over. And it's just like, yeah, it's not for me. Not for me at all. This student's fucked. They're not getting it. Actually, you know what? Let me put you in here for a little bit. We'll see if we can get that out of you. Like, this student right here can now go down here. Because she actually fulfilled her nature goals. Same with this student. Which at least this works. I mean, what you could do, and I've thought about doing it, is going... Actually... I mean, yeah, let's... This could be a bad idea, but we have such a big school now. Although then I'd be fucking this all up. I don't know. So what my thought process is having 5 classes or houses, and then having each house only do one thing. That would require you to have duplicate rooms, but I think that's possible in like a university like this. So if we got big on the next university, I'm going to do that instead. I think that's the next thing to give a shot too. But yeah. All right, let's see. So you didn't. You did. So you can go down there. And then yeah, they had to bake in the oven. All right. There we go. Let's get back into it. Let us get back into it. Let's put a painting somewhere. There you go. Go in there. Learn how to paint. It'll be fine. Like, I think, oh, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I might just try that on my next university, and then, because I can mix that with the columns idea, where it's like, you know, you do the columns, and then you also specialize the houses, and so everybody kind of hangs out in the same, like, location-ish, and then you just go bounce from class to class until you're tired. It would require a lot of, like, I think it would cause... We can't even put this anywhere, can we? Oh, yeah, we can, apparently. Oh, we have a bright stuff factory, yeah. It would require... Or it wouldn't require, but it would cause a slow start, for sure. Because I think the idea is you get, like, a couple classrooms down, then you do a dormitory floor, and then... Or, yeah, you do, like, a dormitory refectory floor, and then you keep going up top with the same classes. I think that's the way you do it. I could be wrong. Or it could be a terrible idea, and I don't know what I'm talking about, but it could also be an awesome idea, and we'll see what happens. Little column A, little column B, one of them's going to happen. So we don't have stuck students, but also nobody cares about our observatories, so that's fun. Let's see. Yeah. But yeah, going back to music. This game has like super simple music. Like Final Fantasy has like the crazy music. This game has like super simple music, but I've come to like it a lot. Where it's just like, this is a banger. Like I'm not gonna put it on my Spotify. Like I have a bunch of Final Fantasy songs on my Spotify. But like this one is just like, it's nice. It's like chill. It fits the theme very well. And like I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that very much. Because I used to be somebody who I would always mute, like especially why would we want these? No. Especially when I like used to play World of Warcraft. I saw World of Warcraft had really shit music. And so what I would do is I would just, you know, mute the game and then, you know, play a podcast or something in the background. Or like what I do a lot of times now is like if I'm not doing story content or raiding in Final Fantasy, like if I'm just like leveling an alt or something, I'll mute it and watch a YouTube video on my second screen. But then there's times where it's like, if I'm getting in a raid, I mute everything, pump up the music, and we're going to boss fight time. Like, it's just, it feels so good. And it can make dying a bunch so much nicer. And then with this, I feel like the music goes a long way in kind of like calming me in a sense, where it's just like, oh, I could be way more frustrated at this thing right now, but like the music's gotta be chill. I'm chilling. We're chill. We're chill. We're chill. We're totally chill. It's all good. Little pan flute music going on. It's a good time. I actually don't know if it's pan flute at all. I am terrible at like making music. I can't do it. I took guitar in high school, and the only thing that I learned, 2 things. I learned how to play the opening of Smells Like Teen Spirit because everyone who gets a guitar does that. And then I learned how to play oh my god, what was that? It was the stripper, it was like the classic stripper song in like 2009. And it was by whatever the group Pharrell Williams was in. It's bugging me that I can't think of the name. But I remember that I learned that specific song because it was super easy to play on acoustic guitar, and then also I remember it because it was like the theme song for BMX Triple X, which if you don't know what that is, it's the porn Tony Hawk bike game that came out in God, that came out a long time ago, because I remember I tricked my dad into letting me and my friend rent that from Blockbuster when we were in like 7th or 8th grade. And for like the achievements, instead of like it being like, oh, you get like, you know, a new, I mean, you would get like new bike skin or like clothes or stuff like that. But what you also unlocked was literal like 5-minute little vignette things of girls stripping. Like it was literally just like you were rewarded with porn. It's like the weirdest game. But I'll always remember that, and then I'll always remember that that song. His name is Pharrell Williams, right? Yeah, I'm thinking the right. Yeah. But I'll always remember that song. So that was like the second song I learned to play on the guitar, which is ridiculous. Like nobody needs to be playing, you know, a stripper song on acoustic guitar in high school, but I was. And look how laggy it is when I zoom out. Jesus, all because I'm dragging a card around. We also don't really have anywhere to place that, because the only places we can place it are places that can't, like the teachers can't learn that, so let's just get rid of it. Just throw it away. A Runemancer. Rune. What does that need? Portal, Runes 5, Retribution. Okay. Not bad. Blade Master, sure. Metamorph. Welcome, furry. Not that I said that as if I'm a furry. I'm not. I'm not a kink shamer, but it's just not my thing. It just cracks me up that the photo's very much like, hey, this is, I've seen people dressed like this before. Cultist, village mage, get out of here, you failure. You shouldn't even graduate. Go back. You're being held back in Spellcaster University. Palette, give me that Archmage. There we go. Pack leader. Wait, was that 3-year that got Archmage? Because that's crazy. That's impressive. God, this university is getting super laggy. We'll go ahead and pause it here. Because the textures are toned down, so it's just, there's so much shit happening. Like, look at this. It's just like, in this area, it's like, blah, 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 blah. I love it. I love it. But yeah, I'm back. Hopefully I will not miss any more days. I am thinking of probably not this run, but the challenge run that I'm going to do after we complete this run. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a backlog. So instead of recording either the night before or the morning of a video releasing, I'll do 1 day ahead. So, you know, feedback will be applied like a video later, but it'll make it easier for me to keep up the daily thing. So yeah, but that's, we'll hurdle that bridge when we get there. That's not even, why are we hurdling the bridge? We don't have to jump. There's a bridge. Don't jump off the bridge. That's a bad idea. We're gonna cross that bridge when we get there. If you guys couldn't tell, still very tired. But I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. See ya.